Hey everybody, Happy New Year. Bruce Arians, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers head coach, talks as if Jameis Winston's 30 touchdown, 30 interception, 5,109 yard 2019 NFL season was something that, as a performance, was only the product of the former Florida State quarterback's design. But the truth is far forward and far different from that. Coach Arians should admit to himself and to the world and man up and explain to everybody that he, himself, the coach, is the one to push for both credit and blame for Winston's play. No question about it. Winston's play is now dubbed the Jameis Winston Experience because of Bruce Arians. Look, here's the problem. Bruce Arians' passing game of today is simply not that quarterback friendly. How do I explain it? Basically, Arians thinks his offense is quarterback friendly, but if you look at the history, it's anything but. And it's simply because he says that he believes he can win with another quarterback. Well, here's the truth. Arians' track record has proven that he can't. He's not known for working, he was only known for working for the specific type of quarterback, the classic pocket passer. In days past, before the advent of ultra-fast defensive personnel and now ultra-fast quarterbacks to counter them, Arians could afford to leave his quarterback as a sitting duck. Not today. For example, in Carson Palmer's last year with the Arizona Cardinals in 2013, he threw 22 interceptions. That was also the first year of Arians' time as coach. The next year, 2004, his second, Palmer got that interception count down to just 3. The point is, the wild swing in interceptions happen because Arians' offense isn't designed to have short passes that guarantee both completions and yards. Otherwise, both years would have featured low interception counts for Carson Palmer. Rather than use the classic Bill Walsh pattern of running backs swinging out of the backfield but still behind the line of scrimmage, you remember Roger Craig? Arians has the very old check block then swing approach. The result, his own offensive tackle blocking the end pass rusher winds up standing in the way of the running back on the check block swing approach, thus blocking Winston's vision. I've watched this happen in Arians' offense, Buccaneers offense, on the All-22 website, and I found myself wondering if Arians is actually studying the behavior of his own designs. Remember how former Bucs and now Carolina Panthers defensive tackle Jerome McCoy said that the way to get to Winston is to have to crush the pass pocket because he steps in it? Well, the logical answer to that observation is simple. Have Jameis Winston roll out. Considering that some of Winston's best throws over his career were done when he left the pocket, it would seem like a logical approach would be to do that, right? Well, against the San Francisco 49ers to open the season, the Arians offense consisted of dropback after dropback and only one play-action rollout and no classic roll pass. Moreover, the trend of a lack of variation of what is called the passing launch point continued through a maddening 2019 season. That unforgettable 24-yard touchdown pass Winston threw to Brett Perriman against the Atlanta Falcons was Winston running out of the pocket. One would think that Arians got a clue games ago and designed rollouts for Winston, but he didn't do that. One thing Arians did was constantly put Winston in situations where interceptions would happen, and they did, just like they did for Carson Palmer in his first year in Arians' offense. A look at Winston's interceptions in 2019 reveals a crazy quilt pattern of tipped passes by his own receivers, option routes ran the wrong way, and patterns that literally feed a potential defender to hungry defensive backs, trained to sit and watch Winston's eyes, then zero in. That's what happened on Winston's last pass of the 2019 NFL season, the pick six to score with the overtime win. On Radio 92.9 here in Atlanta, Deion Jones said that Jameis, quote, likes to take chances, and he and Falcons defenders were just sitting and, quote, waiting, unquote. Think about that statement for a moment. That means the Falcons coaches, directed by the rehired Dan Quinn, studied the Arians offense, knew that Bruce likes to design deep downfield patterns, even sideline ones, and position themselves deep in a vulture-like pattern and waited. A number of teams have played the Buccaneers that way in 2019, and unless Arians uses a more varied selection of passes and patterns, no quarterback will do well in his system today. Arians needs a series of 50 new short passing plays that help modernize his approach. Right now, what he's asking Winston to do is really outdated, to say the least. What Arians' offense does well is push the ball downfield, but that's because of pattern depth, not pattern design. The pass pattern is favored by teams like the New England Patriots, short and featuring the receiver running one way and then turning and going back the opposite way, are the standard of the NFL today. The Bruce Arians offense has no such approach, no Julian Edelman or Wes Welker flavor in Arians' attack. That hurts Winston and leaves him with only a small set of predictable passing routes to throw to. For Arians to blast Winston for trying to make this problematic offense work is in itself criminal. And what's missing in all of this is that Winston is a true field general. Jameis Winston knows how to run an offense. The little things you take for granted, he does well. Get the team lined up in the huddle quickly? Check. Get the team lined up before the snap the right way? Check. Makes all the calls, including the location of the middle linebacker? Check. These responsibilities Winston does exceptionally well, and yet gets no credit for it because he makes it look so easy to do. You can't just plug any quarterback in. Winston has ran that kind of offense for almost 10 years when you count Florida State and high school. A vast number of quarterbacks today haven't done that. And if you have not watched Winston's high school videos, you've lost out on a treat. Watch this one. If Bruce Arians is smart, he'll work with Bucs general manager Jason Licht and keep Winston. If he's not, he'll let Winston go. I guarantee that Jameis Winston will go to a team with a more quarterback-friendly offense. Moreover, that team could be in the Buccaneers' own backyard. The Carolina Panthers offer a good possible future landing spot for Winston, where he would be joining another former Buck hungry for revenge, Gerald McCoy. And there's the Detroit Lions, too. And overall, there are a number of teams who would be very interested in landing the quarterback once called the chosen one. Winston's success would shine a bad spotlight on the Buccaneers, one the organization could easily avoid by re-signing him. Stay tuned, and I say to you, Happy New Year, and thank you for watching Zenny62 on YouTube. Bookmark Oakland News Now, and learn about my new company, Zenny62 Media Incorporated. Thank you.